That was a username. Says there's two. I'm like, okay, username.
The Montgomery Economic Development Corporation for March 17th. Today is March 17th, 2026. It's 6:01 p.m. So the meeting is called to order. We'll start by pledging allegiance to the flag. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, and indivisible. Okay, let's see here. We do have a quorum, it appears. Yes. Yes. All right, so we'll get kicked right off here. Do we have, Mr. Administrator, anybody wants to stand up and speak, is applied to speak? Nobody, okay. All right, we'll go right into our regular agenda meeting item, and that is going to be agenda item number 3. The consideration of possible action on the authorization by the city administrator to negotiate and execute a 1-year lease agreement at 21499 Eva Street, Suite B, which I believe is directly across the street from us here. So that was for those who aren't familiar with it, that was formerly the Montgomery Chamber of Commerce building. Hey, Dan. So the Chamber of Commerce building, so that they've moved, and so now we're looking to lease this for the new incoming assistant director for the EDC. Will it house any other, will it permit?
We haven't quite figured it out yet, but we're working on that. The paper that I included in your packets kind of lays that out for you. Below that, it also shows what we're currently paying.
Okay. All right, so my question before, because I know that everybody's going to want to, I'll try to ask the questions I think they're going to ask. Welcome, Arnett.
Yeah, thank you.
Just let the record show Arnett Easley here, and also Dan Walker. He just showed up. So Ms. Ruby, or maybe this isn't a question for Ms. Ruby, maybe it's a question for you, Brent. Do these expenses, do they go away, or do we just, are we going to pull some of the things that we're paying to subsidize?
What we're going to do is we'll continue this for the next 6 months. We won't change anything. We won't change the budget. When we create the new budget in September, we'll relook at all these numbers. In the EDC budget, there's enough to cover what we're doing here for the 6 months. So that's why I put that there, so you guys could kind of see what the expenses are. We'll bring those back during the budget season, and we can readjust everything.
Okay, so this is just to ride us through the end of the budget, and then, but we'll keep paying office spaces as if we're occupying it, because it's going to take a while to.
So yeah, because the negotiations went like this basically. We got the first 2 months for free, April and May, and the amount that you see there, that includes everything: water, sewer, trash, electricity. It's just a one price, covers everything, maintenance, mowing. We don't have to really do anything.
Okay.
So
okay.
The 2550. I took it to council. They're aware of it, so they didn't have many questions on it either.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it's, if you guys are good with it, we'll move on, and when we go to the next budget, we'll relook at exactly how the EDC is. You know, down the road, if we end up with Raven Fullen House be in the office, or you know, in the new municipal complex, wherever that ends up for the MEDC person.
Okay, Mr. Walker. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, misunderstandings, or need more clarification on what's going on here? We definitely have busting at the seams here at City Hall, so we need more space for the incoming director, assistant director, as well as for others that are busting at the seams here. So that would offer a couple, 2 or 3 different office spaces over there. objections to that, or?
I'm not really totally clear on the cost, so it's $2,500 a month, but that wouldn't change what we're giving back to the city? Or we're leasing, or is the city leasing it?
No, we would be, I mean.
We'd be paying that, so we're paying that on top of the office space that we're kicking back to the city?
It is for now, because you're already, way into this budget. It's already been set. It just didn't make a lot of sense to kind of create something that's going to change that now. It's better to do it during the budget season. I mean, if it's an issue, I mean, we really could do it, but I just didn't see the point.
So, go ahead.
So that would drop off though, or
To
office?
1,200.
Yeah, but like, next budget cycle, would we be paying office space and meeting and conference space?
No,
for the city? That would fall
no.
off?
That's why I showed that, so we'll have to renegotiate that or figure out how that goes. This is likely going to be shared with city, so I don't know who's going to go over there yet, but I just thought that it's going to get too messy trying to do it for the last 4 months of the year.
Fine.
Just wait for the
Just
budget.
renegotiate, I guess. Right?
Yeah, we could drop the office space off of our budget, but we'd have to continue paying the meeting and conference.
I don't know if the price is right for the building, I have no idea, so I don't have any comment on that, I'll leave that to our real estate people.
I was hoping you could have negotiated him down, because it didn't look like he budged, huh?
Not much, but he just made it to add everything in and gave us the 2 months for free, so.
Require any build out.
He said it's the same as what the other tenant is paying, so.
Doesn't require any build out.
Yeah, there's no remodeling needed for us to take it over?
No, and as a matter of fact, there's a desk and a number of things that are in there still from the chamber. And I spoke with them yesterday and asked them if they'd be interested. They were just gonna put all that stuff in storage, so we might just buy it from them. If they give us a good deal, I'll bring that back when I get that far, but there's a couch and it's not a lot.
If we take in a new EDC director, I don't really want to give them hand-me-down furniture.
Well, that desk is actually brand new that's in there.
You know, it's all like banged up and it's like.
No, it's not, it's not.
Not level or whatever.
Pretty much new, I mean.
Yeah, it's all fairly brand new. There's a couch and the desk.
Over there before?
I haven't been over there. I just say I don't want to have banged up furniture.
Yeah, no, it's in good shape. Well, do we want to put it to a vote to at least let the city administrator negotiate this deal?
It's really to sign the
It's
lease.
just to approve it. Yeah, he's.
I already negotiated as much
Okay,
as
all right, so it's just to approve it? All right, well, then we would need a motion to approve this so we can move forward. She's coming in when?
April 15th, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, that's a done deal.
Yeah, that's a done deal.
So the room is basically ready to move in, other than getting the telephone and everything set up, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we'll do some rearranging.
Electricity and it's, I mean, all
Yes,
that,
all of that's there.
good to go.
Yes.
So April the 1st, we're moving
You
in?
got plenty of space.
Yeah, we'll try to get everything before then. He said we could start going over there. We'll try to get it organized. If they decide to let us, buy that stuff from them, we'll use the desk. It's really actually a pretty nice desk. We may add other desks or move some that we have here. We'll see kind of what that looks like.
Okay.
I make a motion to authorize the city administrator to execute a one-year lease agreement at 21499 Eva Street, Suite B.
I second.
It's been motioned and seconded that we authorize the city administrator to negotiate and execute a one-year lease at 21499 Eva Street, Suite B. This motion is amendable and debatable, but requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. And Mr. City Administrator, if you would please, let's get a home for the new assistant director and whoever else might be able to join them. Okay, let's go to item number 4 on the agenda. It's we're going to have an update and discussion regarding the McCown downtown street improvement projects.
Street.
Who do we have talking? It's Zach.
Good evening, all. So in y'all's packets, y'all will see kind of an update, and the next few items are all kind of interrelated. Starting on page, I think it's what's on your packet, page 6, or page...
6.
Yeah, page 6 is where the item starts.
Okay.
The following pages after that are updates from what we discussed last month. In addition to that, on page 10, you'll see additional scope, and I'll walk through all of that right now. So page 9 outlines the revised scope based on comments that we got from MEDC last month. So Brian, I know you asked about the crosswalk for that existing sidewalk on the north side of the steakhouse. That has been added and incorporated into the site plan. We have existing or proposed lights. We're confirming with our electrical sub-consultant on the quantity. So what's shown currently is just a placeholder for what's to come. Ideally, we're getting rid of some of these existing lights and improving the efficiency. LED versus what's out there, I think would be, old luminescent lighting.
Zach?
Can we, if we do that LED, can you make sure they're like the amber, like the old fashioned look?
Something more of a warm look.
Yeah, warm.
Yeah, not white.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I had negotiated with Entergy. They have a catalog, with the approved lights.
Yeah.
And so I'll bring them when we get that far down the road, and they can pick the ones that they like the best. Because we're going to go ahead and put the street lights across, or that's still the plan, if you remember the old
Right,
plan.
yeah, the cafe
Yeah.
lights.
So we want them to be able to do that. We also want them to be able to hold the banners, because we'd like to put, Texas flag banners all the way up and down
Oh, that's
on
gonna
those
be
poles.
awesome, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
And we're gonna, sorry, interrupting you. We're also gonna reuse the existing lights. We're gonna move them into the community center space, the little short ones that are down there with the triple, and we can replace a few in the park across the street that have some damage to them. So we'll reuse
So
all
we'll be
of
able to
them.
reuse the ones that are already there. Perfect.
Exactly. More or less, what's shown on this exhibit matches pretty much what y'all saw last month. So I will scoot past that. On page 10 of the agenda, you'll see a new exhibit, kind of discussing what's been previously mentioned on the northern and southern lots that the city owned, and then additional right-of-way improvements to McCown Street. And so kind of following that thought process of making McCown northbound only, you'll see on that southernmost lot, kind of a pocket park, landscaping, sidewalk, pedestrian improvements, but also in addition of parking on the northern side of that southern lot. Essentially, that would be a one-way entrance from 149, so directing traffic again northbound only on McCown Street. And then tying into the McCown Street right away, you'll see some proposed brick pavers, again, kind of matching that aesthetic from Klepper, the community center, all the way down McCown, creating one central theme. There is additional parking on McCown Street as well. If you'll notice next to Montgomery Historic Society, we've extended parking on McCown Street. Again, trying to maximize the amount of parking that we have downtown, as well as on the northern lot on the south side of Caroline Street. Additionally, on that northern lot, you'll see the Ravensbourne House move from where it is currently. Again, maximizing and trying to make sure that we're keeping that foundation and building in place.
Hey, real quick, are you, Dan had a good question. Are you closing off the McCown Street entrance at 105?
Yes, so the entrance will still be there, but it'll be driveway entrance for that adjacent property.
Oh, it's a driveway entrance.
Correct.
Those ingress, egress, they'll still be going into traffic out there.
Yes, but they will be only being accessed from that commercial property fronting 105. Everybody else will have to either come up John Butler or
Killing
come
out
up
McCown north of that, what, half a block or so?
Correct. And then 149 utilizing that entrance into that driveway.
So to get down McCown, at least in this area, you either have to come from John Butler or you need to go around off of 149.
Correct.
Okay. I understand it now. Okay, thanks. Keep going, sorry.
I'll talk to Texon about the Liberty Street driveway.
We have, and essentially what they've told us is that, especially regarding Liberty Street 149, that area of TxDOT has been very low priority for them. And so they're not, I don't want to say governing, but they have been receptive to those conversations on that access. And essentially, what we argue is that they can't deny us access to our property.
And it's entry only, right?
Correct, no exit, yeah.
There's no exit on the other side coming out, and on the,
Already there.
On Caroline, that is existing today, so it's entrance and exit to 149. The only additional driveway
oh,
on 149.
I'm sorry, I was thinking the park on the south end.
No, yeah, so the only entrance on that southern lot would be from 149 in that parking lot area.
And that's not gonna be a problem with Tech Dot, you're saying?
No, sir.
Okay, because we have to have access, okay.
So that is additional scope that we're working through. So we're looking to finalize that ad service and present it to y'all at the next MEDC meeting. We're kind of just going over preliminary costs so y'all can understand, you know, what all the moving pieces are.
So what's the ad services for, full design?
For including the additional Caroline to 149. So the landscaping, the electrical, and the civil work associated
That
with
would
it.
count, looking at the south side.
Correct. So what we're looking at now, kind of the existing scope as is phase one, cost that we have currently, we're working through 60 and getting to 9% drawings for that phase one. We're currently at 1.4 million.
10, 11.
That is inclusive of the landscaping associated with phase one. What was previously scoped out with our Bureau and the previous engineer was 1.9 million all in all, so we're still net negative from what was previously being proposed. Things and areas in which we can cut costs, obviously, landscaping improvements. Once we get a geotechnical recommendation, we can finalize the pavement. What was previously scoped out was 11-inch pavement. That's, for reference, the same width or thickness of pavement that we're proposing on CB Stewart and Buffalo Springs. Obviously, McCown Street, Downtown Street is not going to be needing that much, so we're going to be coming down on that a lot. And then the lighting requirements for McCown Street phase one. As far as phase two goes, I kind of want to break it out into three portions: the northern lot, the southern lot, and right of way. So as far as the northern lot goes, we're looking for civil, an additional $350,000 for the landscape architecture component, and another $320,000 for the civil component. Again, there's a lot of cost savings that we can be doing on the landscaping side in particular. The amount of trees, the brick pavers, etc., that we can cut cost on. So that is, again, not finalized, but based on what you're seeing today in your exhibit, that's what those costs look like.
Tracking, so that's the landscaping for the buildings, right, around?
The strictly what's in the public right of way. The northern lot has its own separate line item for it.
And so that's just landscape, so that's pavers and trees and
sidewalks,
and
lighting.
sidewalks and
Correct.
sidewalks.
Okay.
And then the civil is just the additional parking, and are we repaving?
Yes,
And
we'll be repaving, so
combined from sidewalk, street, and landscaping on the other side, goes to the parking lot, that's total 700,000 estimate. And are we saying we're incorporating this into the full bid set?
that is
For
what's,
McCown phase one?
that's kind of what's up for discussion, and kind of wanting how we proceed from here, either piecemeal, which we'll get into, or all in all. Understanding there is priority on the Raven Bullen House timeline on that, late September, or late August, early September. So recognizing that is a priority, we can't phase our project, even if we do construct it all in one phase. Prioritize McCown phase one, which was Klepper to Caroline, and then prioritize the Raven Bullen House. But again, kind of wanted to give you costs for that as well.
What are you thinking, Brent, on all this?
We're trying to put it all together and see, what the savings is, doing it all at one time.
Okay.
The amount of paving and the amount of sidewalks and everything. There's always an advantage, almost always an advantage to doing it as in a full project. So we're gonna lay it out, see where it ends up, and see if we can fit it in.
We also need to check against our budget, because we've got a lot of things going on, and I'm not sure, we need to make sure we have the money to pay for this.
And that's what we'll do. You know, we have the wayfinding and the cost for moving the Raven Pulling House. But at least on the surface, it looks like we can get the paving and the sidewalks and because I think that if we can get that infrastructure, including the drainage is a problem on both of the north and south lot there. If we get all that fixed, that would be beneficial if we can do it.
Can you incorporate, I mean, I'm assuming the wiring and all your street lights, in other words, don't pave it and go by there and dig it up.
Correct, yeah, we're incorporating, making sure that the construction team is acknowledging that they have to install all of our underground utilities. If electrical is being proposed underground, but prior to paving.
Do the work.
Yes.
Leave this piece out.
So what are we going to do now? We're just gonna wait and see, have them come back with a full, with one number that kind of, or a phase number and a one number?
Yeah, and we'll decide based on the budget, based on how much cash we have, you know, what's the best way to proceed. You know, bid this as a single project, which is always the easiest way to do it, or bid it multiple projects and phase them in.
One thing I can say is we don't have a lot on the horizon past this. This has always been the
Got the
focus.
community building.
Well, the community building, yeah, but that's more of a renovation than, I don't see that it's got time on that.
So recognizing that there are a lot of things cooking in MUC and Montgomery right now, we'll be presenting finalized ad service, kind of summarizing everything here. But kind of next steps for us is deciding whether or not we want to complete this or look to complete it as one project where we potentially design all of it, show what we can, primarily I would think the landscaping because that can come at any time. So like Brett said, infrastructure, paving we know we need, storm we know we need. Water is always good to upsize. What's downtown apparently is 6 and 4 inch water lines, so upsizing that to an 8 inch always helps with capacity and potential issues in the future. We did sanitary sewer back in 22, so all of the sanitary sewer downtown has another 15 to 20 years life on it. You know, presumably holding that all materials and repairs hold up. So getting in now with the infrastructure, I think should be.
So subsurface, basically, a lot of that's gonna be on the city anyway. It's not gonna be coming out of EDC budget.
Correct. Maintenance and repairs of that will be coming from the city specifically.
But the water upgrade
we're
itself,
upgrading.
that's part of the McCown Street project.
Yeah, drainage too, right? Drainage, water.
And that's it, paving. Yeah.
So I am a strong advocate for doing McCown Phase 1 in conjunction with Caroline, as long as we can pay for it, just because it's gonna be cheaper and tie-ins will be better. On the south, we were just talking on the south side of Caroline, I'd like to see what Cheatham's doing and how that ties in together, and maybe there could be a partnership. The BC and, you know, public partnership.
That is kind of, I guess, the missing puzzle piece of all of this, not understanding or knowing when his timeline is. So what we've done previously, particularly with the drainage, was downtown master drainage plan, and essentially size our storm system, for all of the proposed and required drainage and detention needed for this. What we were previously proposing on these two city-owned lots was underground detention. Understanding that Cheatham is coming in the future, providing this, keeping McCown Street as a separate system, tying in directly to TxDOT, and then not forcing his hand in the future, but putting the detention requirements on him as far as what he's developing east of.
Do you need detention if it's all paved over? I guess there's an empty lot that's grass, but I would imagine some of that's grandfathered. I don't know.
Well, I would try to coordinate with him also to find out, I mean, we don't want to get in there and do all this stuff, and then they got heavy construction.
I know.
Because they're gonna cut across our stuff, I can tell
Correct.
you.
And I know that's been a conversation on city staff side, and they've been in close.
Now, most of what he's doing is away from this area. And even in his current plan, John Butler, the street, he wants to abandon that and make that walking path only.
Okay.
So the little piece of McGowan there, I don't really think is gonna be affected by that, at least in the current plan, so.
So do you think maybe we should look at just the main, our initial phase, McCowan, and then the north?
That's what we're, that's what
Yeah, the north lot, and then just leave the south lot alone for now. kind of my thoughts on.
Move your budget more towards the community center.
Yeah, and then we can move towards the
Well-
community center if we need to, yeah.
The only other thing is we're gonna put some money into the signage and the tree and all that
That's true.
stuff on the south, so we may have to do a little piece of the south.
Yes, I agree. That makes more sense. You're right. Yeah, it's not like we can completely absolve it, but until Cheatham's project gets off the ground, we kind of need to know what he's doing before we, because it's really
The part that matters, really in this, and that little piece of McCown,
infrastructure.
is the infrastructure,
Yeah.
because it makes a lot more sense to do that all at one time. That's why
I agree
we're
with
looking at the cost.
Yeah.
I want to know what the cost is before we, because the Raven Fulton House is going to be there.
Right.
So,
Okay, so from moving forward, you know what to do, right? We're gonna,
Prepare an ad service for McCown Street south of Caroline, prioritizing obviously the northern lot for the Raven Fulton House, the required foundation work and site grading that's needed for that, and then still looking to include at least the design portion of the south lot, but again, prioritizing the Liberty Tree that's getting moved there and the wayfinding sign and monument sign.
and the infrastructure for the south side.
Correct.
Okay,
You're doing full design of all that's on here under this ad services.
Correct.
Okay, but we're saying we're only gonna construct phase 1 McCown and Caroline for now.
Correct. Have the contract documents ready, specifications ready, so when we are ready to bid, we can, but not holding up progress of design and construction of what we have now.
The Caroline, that north piece of the lot with Caroline is part of the phase 1.
It would be a part of this ad service, but we'll break that out. so
I'm
you
talking,
can see
they're here, that's
line item by
the
line
issue
item
I
what's
got
needed.
right now.
And Derry, this design, you'll be coordinating with Cheatham, how all this ties in.
Between us and city staff.
If we got a quote to do all the phases, how long would those quotes be?
That's, that's.
Good for?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't necessarily bid. What we would do is, for the ones that we're not ready to construct yet, essentially do alternate. So we have an idea of what those costs would come in as. That way we can start planning for it in the future. But they would be good for around 60 days if we were to wanting to award that project. But again, the way construction costs goes, costs this month would be double what they are next month.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then, I think maybe we got our understanding of what we need to know, and I think everybody, discussion, good? Okay. All right, well, thank you very much, and we'll move on to the next item. Is that you too, Zach, or no?
The next 3 items are, we kind of all talked about,
All right,
4 through 6.
I have a question. Why did we go with this star thing?
That's, again, kind of just conceptual. It's nothing set in stone, but what was wanting to happen was, I'm assuming you're referring to the star.
We used to have like the Montgomery thing, but now it's a star.
So that has, and again, kind of just thinking about this, bigger picture, thinking about the future maintenance and operations of the landscaping of that, Montgomery with beautiful landscaping, flowers, et cetera, wanting to propose something a little bit less time consuming and costly to maintain, especially for public works, understanding that it will deteriorate over time. So thinking about that future component as well.
and I brought the sign guy back tonight, so you guys can really give a direction.
Sign
on-
guy. There he is.
It's Todd.
Howdy, Todd.
Yeah, because I see the sign 1.
Which would be the monument sign.
Yeah, that's
So
existing.
we're going away from your.
No, I didn't say that. Just nobody has been able to design that yet. The picture that you looked at was a bunch of letters in the grass, which is really not practical. So we want to go through it and look through what do you really want to be there. I know you saw the Texas flag and all that, but I think you guys need to decide as a group which direction we're going. We don't dislike or whatever. We're looking at the maintenance. We're looking at how to do it. If we build,
Need a sign guy to tell us.
yeah, that's why we brought it.
It's because of the walking and it's more of a park instead of
Yeah.
a big giant sign that's out there.
Well, we have all this space to
Yeah, I mean, I think at least, you know, when we started at the council, you know, I kept hearing about a place that could do selfies, you know, a place that people want to take pictures. And so that's where we got where we were. And then, you know, you like the Montgomery, you know, written on the hill, which is not a bad idea. Everybody kind of liked that idea. But practically, it's not very maintenance friendly or any of those kind of things. So how do we accomplish something similar? The flag that you liked that was up on top of the hill, that would be an artistic piece. That might cost $40,000, $50,000 just in and of itself. So does that make sense? Do we create something like that down the road? I don't see why not. It's kind of cool, but you know, those are the practical things, and that's why we brought Todd back, because he can tell us what these costs are and maybe give us options, you know. That was what you see the star there. That was just the idea from the landscape people. That was actually a Texas star. When I read the details, it was made out of plants, you know, set in there nicely. And I mean, it's not a terrible idea either. But all of this is just conceptual. But we really need to tie down what the main focal point is. And we know we have the tree, and that's why we built, you know, something kind of around the Liberty tree. So the rest of it, I think as a group, you guys need to give us good direction.
Okay.
I think the design is nice.
Yeah, this definitely won't be the last time y'all see it. So there'll be plenty of opportunities along with the subcommittee, opportunities to converse and discuss and decide how we want to move forward.
All right, okay, so are we all the way to the end of item 6 or no?
Yes.
Okay.
There are no further questions.
Yeah, I thought I would update a little bit on the Raymond Pullen House, just because we're starting to tie some numbers together here. In the next, actually, few weeks, you'll see we'll start the process already of removing all of those trees on that lot and getting it ready. In the bidding that we have, which you've already approved, we'll start planning to move that across. We budgeted $80,000 to move that house, and it's going to include the foundation and all that. So that's going to be a complete project, including moving the trees. So it'll be ready to renovate or whatever we do with it after, you know, probably October, I'm going to guess, by the time we get, you know, really done and really there and get it set.
But it has to be moved off by when? Do you?
By October. That's in the contract with Mr. Cheatham.
Okay, so
That's the latest date, but August is, you know, the time frame between August and October.
okay, so that's something you guys need to consider. All right, so it moved back, even though the notice you received said something about the end of August.
July.
I'm sorry, the end of July. Does that preclude them?
Well, some of the stuff that's going to happen is once we get this thing empty, we're going to go in and laser this and look at all the walls and all the things, and then we're going to decide, you know, because we also have to look at the floor before we end up setting it, because we need to look at all the joists that are on the bottom. When it's up in the air, we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to inspect everything to make sure it's in good shape before we set it down on the pillars.
So is their timeline stay the same then for now?
That's the time. That's what the contract with Mr. Cheatham says.
Okay, all right. I'm just kind of trying to keep them in mind as we're moving along here. Zach, anything else to add to this?
It's a little cold outside.
The beard looks nice.
I'm graying a little bit.
You can't tell. It looks good. Keep coloring it.
Keep saying good morning to all of you.
So we can have Todd come up now. We can stay on
Yeah, I wanna
the
hear
south lot and, you know, talk through what our options are. He has some pictures, some ideas, and
Hey, Todd.
Glad to be back.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, pull up the architectural version. We'll start with that one.
I'm interested.
To give you some insight.
Tell me which one you want.
The original version, the one that was
the one we started with that ties into,
the giant flag, and some letters moving around.
I guess.
I think it's in the proposal side.
Not this one?
No, this is one that Brian had sent over. It's colorful, it was in his package as well. Brett alluded to it. It's the one that's on the hill. It says Montgomery,
Right.
One
giant
that-
flag across the back.
Yeah, the one that they liked.
Yeah, so we're on the fabrication side on how it's going to be built, if y'all choose to go that route. The aluminum letters on the ground. On the base, underneath the letters, we'll need to add a concrete foundation
Right.
individually. Main reason behind that is as landscaping is going on, we have seen it just in mines in general, and it's going to be kind of classified as
So
such.
where's the hill?
Where's the hill?
It's in the front on the south line.
There is no hill, you would have to build the hill.
Yeah, we gotta build a hill.
It's a flat piece of land.
Okay.
Hollywood. So Carol, if you look at the renderings, there is like a hill, a berm, and the letters are going up against the berm, basically.
Do you need a picture of it?
And where is that at?
It'd be in front of the Liberty Tree.
We'll bring it out again so you have a copy. We didn't put it in here.
It'd be in front of the Liberty Tree.
That was from way back when the college kids worked on the downtown project. It was a idea that they had put in there.
No, that was in the master plan.
Yeah, it was on the master plan.
Yeah, that wasn't the college people, that was.
Do you remember the?
Yeah, those were done by the college kids.
The front, it was real pretty, everybody.
Master plan was not.
I've slept.
No, but they did those pictures.
105, 149, just, yeah.
Right.
They focused mostly on the downtown redevelopment part.
Yeah, we're just seeing
I
him.
don't know if we need to nail down
He's showing
specifics,
us
I guess
what
I'd like to
we
know
look
what
like.
options are.
That's kind of.
So kind of more kind of about that one, some details on it. We'll need to add in some bases. Main reason behind it, as landscaping comes in, they tend to unintentionally damage that type of thing. It's so low to the ground, so we'll need to have a higher up foundation for the base. And then more importantly, the flag, which looks awesome. In that representation that I saw, the gentleman looks to be about 6 foot tall, kind of general rule of thumb. That flag would be about 13 to 14 foot tall. So coming down 105, if the idea is to add the tree and the center point, you're going to be blocking that whole view. So you're investing all the money into the middle area, and then you're going to have
Yeah, we didn't.
it'll look nice,
Yeah.
just want to kind of give you some insight to that.
Yeah, the tree kind of puts a change in things. We want to make that like the prominent piece now, so.
So yeah, just kind of insight on that particular one. We had sent over the original 3 monuments that we talked about last, and then I added 2 others. If you'll open up it's called Star in the PDF.
Well, we got rid of all the other entry monuments and just
We did.
as far as coming in from 105, we were going to do something that says Montgomery.
Yeah.
So I think we need something that says Montgomery. Okay.
Yeah, so we have 2 different styles where one's going to be similar to what Zach has. But this would be a little smaller, not as intrusive. You'll still be able to see the tree in the background. Aluminum star, a nice base foundation.
I like that. Matches with the Liberty Tree also.
Right.
So this is what would go in front of the Liberty Tree as a, how wide is that?
Well, you see the
12
people.
foot, 9 foot tall.
You see the people.
And then on the side is almost 4 foot.
Now, where would that go?
Pretty big.
I think the idea is to close it
Yeah.
south wide in the green space that's going to be yellow at the front.
Do you know?
Towards the front of the property, like right out
Imagine
front.
you could put spots on it, you know, spotlights.
Similar to where the existing monument sign is. with the LED sign, yeah, somewhere in that area, which
The LED sign is,
it's going on.
I understand that, but no other sign is going
Gosh,
in
Kelly.
other than something like.
If you decide to put an LED sign on that corner, that's a separate deal. Is that what you mean?
No, we discussed it last.
All his blocks are.
Yeah, it's got it in other pictures, the LED, if you decide to put it there.
So you remember now?
Cool.
Carol, remember that?
Yeah.
The blocks are.
That
It
was
looks
just the
really, looks really
original.
nice. It's just, the big flag would be really big. It's going to block a lot of that space.
Yeah, we didn't have the tree.
Like this better?
So.
Figure out where it's going and
So Todd, where's this going, by the way? Is this on the south lot?
South lot,
In front of the Liberty Tree?
in the green space in front.
In the green
You're
space in front.
Right at 105, where your existing LED
Or is
monument.
Is
Yeah,
it,
it's kind of off to the side.
is it
it's not
angled
like
like it is
center.
in that plan where it's,
It's probably perpendicular to 105.
Correct.
So you see Montgomery from both sides, the star from both sides.
That's right,
yeah.
so in theory, you could be in the park taking photos of the road, or standing from the road, taking a photo.
I wonder if it looked better red, white, and blue Texas Star as opposed to.
Well, if, this is gold, but if you did polished aluminum,
Yeah,
it'd be silver.
That would look really good.
So that, there's a lot of really nice polished
Chicago
aluminum.
with the big, the polished
the
silver.
thing about
The
the
beams.
polished with the silver, to keep it that bright and shiny, is it will be some maintenance. So when you're going out and at least wiping down, cleaning it,
Yeah.
just making sure it gives that pop.
Right, yeah, that's
Whereas
beautiful.
a bronze effect is always gonna be a natural gloss.
Looking at that.
I like your idea.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to upkeep polished aluminum, but
I know, but still, that's really pretty.
it'd be pretty.
Yeah. That's more of a showpiece, and better than this too. So this is out, right?
Yeah.
And
That's up to you guys.
That's up to y'all. I was just giving you insight if we chose to go that route, how I would build it.
so you're saying each letter would have to be raised, basically?
Say that.
Each letter would have to be raised up on.
Correct.
This
And
is a
then the
lot
Texas
more
flag is
classy.
too big, so.
Right, I mean, even if you're looking just in general.
We just save this, put it somewhere else.
It would be huge. It's a cool idea if you do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if we put that, like, what if the Liberty Tree was right behind it? Is that too big? Would that block the Liberty Tree? Instead of making it perpendicular to 105, it's parallel to 105?
Right, if you, can you show the aerial view of the south lawn? Like an aerial view of the south lawn?
The plan?
Of the plan.
Here it is.
Yeah, so in the green space, currently where the existing monument's at,
The D, or whatever that is. What number is that?
One.
so.
That's the existing monument sign now.
So that's where you want to put it?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that
Maybe
green
not
space.
center, but
Well, I guess it would work.
Right, that way you still have access to the tree, it still sees the focal point. It allows you to have a monument that says welcome to the city.
Yep.
And so, what is, so we would not have an LED sign?
No.
I don't think anything's.
We don't need one, that's what you're saying, right? So what do we do with the announcements?
I mean, it's like,
Huh?
I thought we could move that to city halls without advocating, but that was the discussion last time, is we still want LED.
I think it's kind of cheesy, to be honest with you.
If we need, we make a deal with Cheatham and put it somewhere down there.
Yeah, that's good.
Just move it down the
We'll kick it
road.
over to city council and let them figure that out. We're just doing the pretty stuff. Okay.
I think it's all pretty.
Well, of course, you make it. Yeah, you could do that.
We're
keeping
selling this
building.
thing.
We can always put an LED in front of this
We're
one.
keeping this? No, we're selling this as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I,
Selling it.
Yeah.
Sell it
if
to
you're
the
gonna
agency.
choose to go
We're gonna
a little
sell
bit
it.
out of an LED at EMC, I would definitely recommend put it near the new city hall or at this center point. The idea is to give information, not saying this is not out of the way, but this is kind of out of the way in this building. So I would definitely recommend either on the city hall, somewhere close, but ideally your best spot honestly is that center point.
Okay.
Your most, the city's gonna go past that on some point.
Well, I love that.
Where is the picture of the one that you brought to us last time?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is it at?
Go look at LED signs.
where's the other one?
There.
First one.
There.
So, yeah, we had proposed a couple different versions of that. And there's 3 in that spec.
That was the one last time.
Yeah.
And of course, the stone, if you chose to go the tall route, the stone can change to match, what we're doing in the park consistently.
So.
The only thing about the stone was we wanted to make the base wider so it didn't look like a,
Flagpole.
yeah.
There, that one?
Yeah.
Just the base was gonna be bigger?
Yeah, either shape it so it's almost pyramidal, or widen it the whole
So
way, right?
the reason we opted when I designed it is you're adding a lot of extra costs to build a giant wall, if that makes sense. And happy design any way you want. But that was the reason how y'all originally have your LED currently. It looks like a giant wall.
I mean, that doesn't look like a showpiece to me. I mean, that doesn't look like, hey, there's the entrance to the city. It just looks like every other small.
It looks like a billboard.
It does, that's why I was struggling with it too.
I mean,
That's why its most logical place is in front of the new municipal complex.
I would think so.
Even though you miss 105, but,
There's no traffic over
Everybody's
there.
not going that way.
well, I mean, people would learn.
105 are going to the high school, going out that, they
Yeah.
live out there in those subdivisions. They're the ones that are checking what that sign
when
says.
they get together.
And 149, those people from the Magnolia area come up and then turn on 105. They don't even know where new city hall's gonna be. They're not coming to the new city hall to look at no sign.
But if you think about the one we have now, most people don't read that either because it's so short, you can't see it.
Yes, they do. Don't you get complaints when it isn't working?
No.
Yeah, somebody up here does. I know for a fact
Jesus.
that they get complaints when it's not.
Well, we can put it there. I'm not saying we can't. It just is, it
Yeah.
doesn't look like that.
We have another monument on that corner by Montgomery. Is that our property?
No.
So it's just there?
It's in the right of way, but it was built by somebody else. I mean, you could,
Was that the donut shop that did that?
well, there's two of them. There's one on each side. One's on Cheatham's property, one's on the, but somebody independently did that.
I mean, it's gonna be 9 feet tall.
Excuse me, has the tree been?
Has the tree been planted yet? Was that like the next couple weeks?
Yeah, as soon as we get some of the trees removed off of the front so we can dig a really big area and actually identify the exact spot it's gonna go.
Try to save some trees, relocate.
I think those are just junk trees.
Is there
Yeah.
a middle ground with the star?
Big junk trees, hold up.
Oh, okay. I don't know, Chris. So I can't envision any way how that.
That's gonna be ugly as all get out.
Can we
like your two-
put, my thought process is we make a deal with somebody either in the Brookshire lot or across the street when he starts developing to put our LED sign.
I think putting both signs is not an option.
Yeah, not
We know
no.
that. So in terms of what Carol's saying, she's right about one thing, nobody's gonna read anything that's at City Hall.
Yeah.
But maybe we can find a better spot for it though. And
You do have that one right next to the grocery gas, directly across the street,
okay.
up against there. What are they gonna do with that piece?
What property?
It was originally, talking about where the Jack in the Box is.
We don't own that.
No,
We don't own it, but we could probably beg for mercy.
So where are we at on this? Do we want to just push Todd towards that concept, maybe?
Yeah, we kinda need to know.
I know. we gotta
We're
get
moving on with this.
Well, so it's a matter of, are we putting it to a vote as far as whether we want to push forward with this design or go with an LED design? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and it's giving him direction, so, you know, because he's gonna start manufacturing it, we have to price it.
I think the monument is a given. We have to have that.
Correct.
No matter what. So anything LED that's gonna go in over and above that, plus this will be a lot more cost effective than an LED sign, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing the star, that's gonna be similar.
Who's building the star?
Sir?
Who's building the star that don't charge you that much for it?
All together. If you're
Okay.
choosing to do an LED, the two cost sizing was I think 30, 70 additional. With the star, I think it was only around 16 additional, just because
Okay.
it's a giant aluminum
Exactly.
piece. The masonry would be
The
similar.
monument would be illuminated also at night,
Sir?
be illuminated, have lights on it at night.
Blue Star
We
starts
can,
at
we'll have to put the power to that area, we'll have to add it, that's not a problem.
We do.
I mean, it would make
Yeah,
sense.
we can have it where it says City of Montgomery, if you reverse illuminate, that would look nice.
So like landscape lighting going up or just around it, or how would you do it?
If we're, I guess if we do the star
Uplight.
itself, then we'll have uplight.
Up, okay.
So if we were trying to make this like a photo op, thing. Do you think it would be better going back to where that golden flower star is, maybe putting it there? Or would that star be too big and blocking the trees?
I think we can redirect the way the sidewalk flows so there's an opportunity to get there. You know, that other one was just the idea, we didn't have this.
The backdrop behind that star is going to be a gas station. Picture.
Yeah, I agree.
If you rotate it and put it in front of the tree, then the backdrop is a nice beautiful tree at some point in the future.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think you could put it facing.
Yeah, it looks a lot better, and just make it front facing.
So that it kind of, the backdrop is a historic building, not hard to access.
Yeah, you'll see it from both sides.
Parallel to 105.
And then we can incorporate the lighting and the landscape all together, making it a centerpiece.
Front facing aluminum, polished aluminum and uplift.
If you pull the star closer to the 105, then you can see over it better. Like if you push it up against a tree, right?
You don't see
Just
it
like
as
anything,
well.
you won't see it as well. But if you move it away from the tree, closer to 105, then you're not fighting over the star to see
I
the
think
tree.
where it's going is not as important as what we're doing, right? Right now, we just gotta
What you can do is you can put that star a little bit further out toward
Mhm.
105,
That's
so
what I'm
that we're at the sidewalk. Like it doesn't need to go, it needs to go where that star is, but we can adjust the location of it to make it work and flow well. Does that make sense where that golden star is? You just
Or we
rotate
want to
it.
do a polished aluminum.
Well, I'd hate to have our monument right dead center in front of the tree, because the tree is the focal point.
Yeah, it does need to be a little offset. That way, if you're looking,
Right. That'd be beautiful.
So
I'm
my
just trying to
thought
think like
process
height
is,
wise.
Everybody agree, raise your hand. Okay, good.
my thought process is, where the digital, where they have the rendering, instead of that one being perpendicular, you just turn it and make it parallel and keep it offset. Because it's right on the corner. That's a good place for it.
You can do it either way, is what you're saying.
Kelly said we could put a motor in it so the
It
star's
gets
always
turned,
turning.
yeah.
That was her idea.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have it this way.
Now you're talking.
That way everybody sees it at some point, you know?
We're gonna animate this thing.
You
I love
could
that.
move it to the other side, catty corner. I don't know. There's options there.
well, we can finalize the location whenever. We see in no direction of we're gonna go with silver, some kind of.
I think we got the direction. Let's just go. We'll
Can
figure
we
out what
go,
to
can you
put.
go back to that? Because I like the bronze with the white, but will the silver work with the white base?
We need to go dark.
Yeah, some type of contrast, right? I
Correct.
want to make sure we're giving you that direction.
Well, we can look at it on a rendering before we build it, right?
Yes, sir, I can send it back one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that monument would be slightly elevated, I would assume, or is it just ground level? You're
No,
gonna
it's
dump a piece of dirt under or what?
It's the one at the top. That's the star symbol.
There you go.
That one.
So it looks like the base is about 3 feet.
That's correct.
That's gonna be beautiful, especially if you did it.
The star
Now,
is
when you're
9 feet.
coming 105 from Conroe, I am not gonna see the city of Montgomery,
Not if it's parallel.
not if it's in
Parallel.
front of the,
Correct.
so it's not really a monument sign.
But if we keep it perpendicular,
He's talking about putting it long way.
then you would be able to see it from either side.
What if we put it near, is that McCown? The road we're closing off?
Yes.
In catty corner at 45 as you're coming, but then you wouldn't see it from 149.
So you wouldn't see it from the other side of 105 coming.
You can't, but yeah, I mean, whether way you're coming, you're not gonna be able to see it. So I want a backdrop for pictures
I think that's.
that pedestrians can walk in front of.
I'd rather
That's
see the
priority.
backdrop than to have, I want people to be able to go into town, right? You want them to be able to go in that little
And it's
park
kind of
area.
pointing them like, hey, the historic town is behind this. There's a beautiful park,
Right.
historic building, we park back there, we do stuff back behind this thing.
Right,
And that's what the star facing at.
100%.
Okay.
100%, okay. We'll figure out where to put it, but we got direction.
Is that big enough?
Maybe not big enough, I don't know. Big and poorly.
So, I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
Currently, it's 6 foot and the overall star is 9 foot.
9
I think it
feet.
needs to be, it's amazing what you can do with a pile of dirt.
That's correct, yeah, we can.
I'd bring it up, I'd get it a couple feet off the ground.
I agree, I
We
mean,
do berms on all the landscaping, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
the cost is in line with what we're looking at, but we need to build it up just a little bit, so maybe something like, that's not something you guys do.
It's only 6 feet wide?
Yeah, full turnkey.
It's only 6 feet wide. What did you say?
6 feet tall,
Oh.
about 12 feet wide.
Okay.
9 foot, sorry, the laser, the jump is 6 foot, the star to the top is roughly 9 feet.
So on a couple feet of dirt, put it at 11 or 12.
Yeah, that's where you want it.
Which would give it a lot more character.
Agreed.
Now, the base of this thing is how long?
12.
That's two of those door sets right there.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, perfect. I think, good job, I like it.
Yeah, I like that too.
All right, we got direction, right?
I heard I like it, so that's
Okay.
that's what with me. I'll send over a polished silver version. But
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Brent, let us know when it
We'll
comes.
bring it back and then you can officially vote on it.
Are y'all gonna come up with like a location for it too, or leave something?
Yeah, we'll work with Zach and the landscape people, you know, that other one was purely, you know, just ideas right now, so.
Get out there and pace it out, see what you actually have.
Yes, and the location of the Liberty Tree really kind of dictates a lot of this, how this, and we still want to have, you know, flag poles there and, you know, some of that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if this is not gonna be in front, then let's keep what, I like the circular sidewalk with the landscaping and the flags there.
And those walls that are on there are actually sitting walls. We elected more of, instead of benches, you know, just areas that people could sit. It's not likely they're gonna have picnics on 105 and 149, but we can still make it nice looking.
Yeah.
It's engraved on both sides, the monument is?
Sir?
It's engraved on both sides?
Yeah, so it's going to have aluminum standoff letters on top of it. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we got what we need, Todd. Thank you very much for
Thank you all
coming
for
tonight. Thank you. We appreciate that. Okay, so we are going to,
Adjourn.
well, not quite. No, we got to go to item number 7, the update and discussion on 213 Prairie.
Yeah, we're gonna adjourn to executive session.
Oh, before that?
No, for that.
Okay, so we'll adjourn for, I didn't have it on my list here. Okay, so we're going to adjourn for executive session, and then we'll come back with an update discussion on 213. This is for deliberation of real property.
Okay, so we're skipping,
No, this is item number 7.
so we're going to executive session for number 7?
This is item number 7, but we need to go into executive session. Okay, we'll be back. So we're going to executive session at 6:58. See who we have here. You're quiet as a church mouse. No, I've been talking a little bit. Hey, did y'all? We're back in session at 7:20 PM. All right, so item number 7.
Say no action.
No action on item number 7 at this point. Okay, so item number 8, this is a discussion regarding the Viewpoint production that's going on with Dennis Quaid and his group. Stephanie, who is here and still awake, amazingly. Stephanie and I met with them last week. We did like a Zoom call, and we had a good discussion about what's going on. So on the 7th of April, the production team will be coming. They'll be staying. We're gifting them with Hodgepodge Lodge. We're going to let them have a place to stay. They'll be shooting all over the city on the 7th. You'll see camera crews kind of moving around all over the place. The main interviews are going to be held, at the location in the library there at Hodgepodge. It's real dark wood, very kind of kitschy feel to it. That's going to be that's going to be in the morning from 8 to 10, and we have 4 people that'll be working on camera representing the city. Stephanie, did we talk to Dr. Ruffin yet, or no?
No, we were waiting to hear back from the producer on Thursday.
At the end of this week, we should be getting the production draft, and then Stephanie and I are going to be reaching out. I thought maybe we wanted to clear the runway with Dr. Ruffin just to let them know.
Well, we wanted to talk to him first to make sure, because we need to know if is there going to crews going to set up the night before or that morning of, because they need a couple of hours.
Yeah, because we're not 100% sure when they're going to.
It'll be that morning for sure.
Okay, so Dr. Ruffin, as you know, is superintendent at MISD. We kind of trying to rope him in a little bit to get him on camera to be able to expound the success of CTE. Everybody familiar with CTE? But education is front and center with this group, and what's going on in Montgomery with respect to not just education, but growth, retail, these mixed-use properties, all the building that's going on around. We want to highlight the city as a friendly community for people to come and plant their roots. And so Stephanie and I are going to be working with the new incoming director, assistant director, as well as the mayor and the city administrator to make sure that the script that comes out of this, it's going to be shown to over 67 million people, so we should get a pretty good bump off of that. Ms. Tilly will get real busy. Everybody's going to want to come to Montgomery. So that's kind of an update. Any questions? Or are you guys familiar with the, no? Okay. All right. It's going to be April the 7th. So if anybody...
You're not going around the city, you're just staying at Hodgepodge?
No, they're going around the city. They're going to start at Hodgepodge for the initial interviews just because of the lighting.
What parks they're going?
Yeah, so we'll be going downtown. We're going to be going to the CTE Center. We're going to be filming some of the historic buildings around. A lot of B-roll, Cedar Break Park, Memory Park.
Don't need to mow my grass, I guess.
So when are they coming?
April 7th.
Okay, well, geez, that's,
Right
hopefully
around
it's
the corner.
green enough.
Well, we pushed it back as far as we could based on their production schedule, so.
Yeah, like all the pecan trees still have.
Yeah, it's
bare.
They might look
First of May
okay.
is when it's pretty.
You know how fast it greens up around.
We've been warm anyways.
Yeah, so that's all I have on that, and then item number 9 is the city admin's report. Mr. Admin,
I've been reporting a lot already.
sure, you probably don't have much to say, but.
I thought I'd give a little update on the municipal complex. We're in the process now. We're getting bids for a construction manager. That's going to be our very next step, which will be at the end of this month. We'll go through all of those and we'll bring it back to council. They'll pick a construction manager, and things are going to start moving, pretty quickly at that point. There'll be a number of steps that the council will go through, a guaranteed maximum price and some of these things with the construction manager, and we should be able to set an actual time frame for, groundbreaking and that. not too far distant future.
That's exciting.
So, yeah, it is.
Is there a workshop Monday?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we are having that, and a lot of that's gonna be for the exterior, trying to get that. We'll give it the opportunity, if any of you guys wanna come, you can look at that. But if you wanna have any input from the community or anybody, but we've gone through, I don't know how many versions of that, trying to keep some of the brick, keep it looking like Montgomery, and I think it's getting there. I like it, but it's not.
Now, is this the community center that we're?
No, the municipal complex.
Have we done anything with the community center since then? Not really?
No, because of the way we're staging this and because of the importance of the road and stuff on that, we just kind of put it on the back burner. But I have been getting some pricings, some ideas, and probably when we get around May or so, we'll bring it all back. We'll look at it, look at the costs.
It's not a 911 anyway, and we've got to do all the infrastructure before we can, and that would probably help us understand how to tie it all together.
Yeah, the McCown is taking priority because we've been waiting for that for so long, and we need to get that out to bid. And then, we have the north and south lot happening.
Yeah.
The Raven Pulling kind of changed things, and, so we got to.
We got to crawl a little bit here.
So Jeff, based on what and Mary Ann will probably help us with our budget and where we are as far as funds in reserve, but based off our current revenues and our current expenditures with all of the McCown project and complete, right, all the way down to 105, all the way up 2 years, and you can do whatever you want to that city.
Gotcha.
Building.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, the biggest impact, I mean, and I'll bring this to council and I'll bring it to you guys. We know more now on the engineering part of this building. No matter what they do to it, it has serious problems. And really, when we touch it, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the walls don't fall down. I mean, if you try to revamp it.
Okay.
So that's the real concern. Is it going to fall down immediately? No. But you're not just going to go in there and remodel the place and be good. It's just not going to be safe long term. The roof itself has been misplaced. Probably a windstorm at some time has relocated it. That's why the water's going down the walls. So it needs to stay a priority, but the park itself, the area around the community center, we could still look at that. We want to carry that paving that we've been working on into that, and, put some of that brickwork in there. And I mean, we're using it that way now. We want to protect the trees and create a walking, path around that. Because if you look at what we're doing at the municipal complex, and if you go down at McCown where we're working on the north and south lot, and you look up McCown, what do you see? You see the community center. And if you really think about that can really, between the municipal complex and the community center, that is really the anchor of downtown. Right. And that is historical. All the old stuff was in that same location. So when we create all of this, I think you could be proud of that fact, because
when you look up that.
That's why I mean,
it's fine for now. We'll wait until we get a little closer, and we'll take our time and let it marinate, come up with something that's really remarkable that complements the rest of the property.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your. Are you done? Are you done? Okay. All right, so we're gonna jump to the board inquiry. I only have two inquiry. Anybody else in the board want to inquire? I got two. First off, minutes for last meeting. We okay with the minutes for last meeting? I didn't see them in this. Or we wait till a different.
They'll be on the next meeting.
Next meeting. And we don't need.
Can I make an inquiry real quick to Mary Ann, since she's sat here so patiently all evening, but she doesn't have an agenda item. And if you don't have it off the top of your head, Mary Ann, I totally understand. But where are we with our reserve for MEDC?
So Brian and I talked a little bit about this week before last. I want to say we were talking about 3.6 million.
Yeah. And we paid the wayfinding.
We paid half of the way.
Half of that out of there.
So that's after paying half?
Okay.
Correct, that's after paying half.
And the monument sign that we're talking about, now, it may end up costing a little bit more, but I think it's even gonna fit in. I don't really feel like that's gonna be a big,
Well, we shaved the two big monument signs out, or the big monuments, we shaved the one big monument sign out, so it just basically swaps in and out.
right. So,
So thank you. Thank you, Mary Ann.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else on our agenda, and are you ready to retire for the evening? Can we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second. So it's been motioned and seconded that we adjourn this meeting of the Montgomery County Development Corporation, March 17, 2026. It's a minimal debatable, requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? We are adjourned at 7:30 on the dot. Good job, guys. Miss Tilly, I need to borrow you and Adele. I just wanted to grab a quick word. Okay.
For gold, I was to have
Miss Tilly,